America, the land of opportunity, is renowned for its grand achievements and global influence. Yet, beneath its prosperous exterior lies a stark reality of poverty affecting millions. This is especially true in some of the nation's poorest states: Mississippi, Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Arkansas. In these places, many people struggle to meet their basic needs, lacking sufficient food, shelter, and health care. Mississippi, for example, often cited as the poorest state in America, has a poverty rate of about 20%. Many of its residents, predominantly African American, live in severe deprivation. In rural areas, families often live in dilapidated houses, mobile homes, or even in makeshift shelters. Access to basic health care is a significant issue, with many unable to afford medical supplies or treatments. Food insecurity is rampant, with numerous families relying on food banks and charitable organizations for their next meal. The state's weak economy and inadequate educational system perpetuate a cycle of poverty, compounded by a severe drug problem. Methamphetamine and opioid abuse are common, leading to higher crime rates, including looting and gun violence. Louisiana, it has a poverty rate close to 19%, impacting a diverse population that includes African Americans, whites, and immigrants. Natural disasters like hurricanes have repeatedly devastated the state, leaving many homeless or living in substandard conditions. In cities like New Orleans, entire neighborhoods struggle with inadequate housing and poor living conditions. Healthcare is often out of reach, with many unable to afford necessary medical treatments. The state also faces significant drug issues, particularly with opioids and heroin, leading to increased crime, including violent incidents and theft. Next is New Mexico. In New Mexico, about 18% of the population lives in poverty. The state's Hispanic and Native American communities are particularly affected. In many rural areas, people live in overcrowded, poorly constructed homes, or even in shacks without basic amenities. Access to health care is limited, with many unable to afford essential medications or medical services. Food insecurity is a serious problem, with many families depending on food assistance programs to survive. The pervasive drug problem, especially with methamphetamine and alcohol, exacerbates these conditions, leading to higher rates of crime and violence. Then West Virginia. West Virginia's poverty rate is around 17%, with a predominantly white population living in distress. The collapse of the coal industry has left many without jobs, and the state's mountainous terrain makes infrastructure development challenging. Many residents live in old, run-down houses or trailers with limited access to basic utilities. Healthcare access is poor, with many unable to afford medical care or necessary medications. The opioid crisis has hit West Virginia hard, leading to widespread addiction and crime, including theft and gun violence, which further destabilizes communities. Arkansas is another example. In Arkansas, with a poverty rate of about 17%, has significant numbers of both white and African American residents living in poverty. The state's economy is heavily dependent on low-wage agricultural jobs, leaving many families struggling to afford basic necessities. In rural areas, people often live in mobile homes or poorly maintained houses. Healthcare is a major issue, with many unable to afford medical care or prescriptions. Food insecurity is common, with numerous families relying on food banks. The state also grapples with a substantial methamphetamine problem, contributing to increased crime, including violent incidents and theft. In these states, the harsh reality of poverty is evident in the daily lives of their residents. From insufficient food and inadequate housing to limited health care and rampant drug addiction, these areas highlight the profound inequalities that exist within the United States. Despite the country's reputation as the land of opportunity, the challenges faced by those living in Mississippi, Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Arkansas reveal a much bleaker side of American life. If you would like us to make a video on your desired topic, let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and that's all for today. Please keep watching, subscribing, and we will meet again with another exciting factual discovery.